I'm feeling a little bit tired today. I woke up in the middle of the night and couldn't get back to sleep. And I am noticing the peace, and that's it. I'm just noticing the peace and the safety that I feel inside of my life that carries across a variety of mood states. So I can feel tired and peaceful. And that makes that tired feeling feel a little bit cozy, a little bit cozy. I look forward to being able to get a really good night of sleep tonight. And this is leading into differentiating feeling tired, housed in emotional safety and peace. Very different thing from chronic fatigue and emotional exhaustion that prevents restorative sleep. That feels like no amount of sleep is going to be touching it. We're going to wake up feeling that weight pulling us to the floor. Yes. So as I reflect on the space that I'm in today and the luxury I feel that I have, and I almost want to reframe to say, it feels luxurious. I enjoy it. I'm grateful to be in the peace. It shouldn't be a luxury to be able to feel tired. It should be it should be what you deserve. You should be in a dynamic, in a condition, in a home, in a body where you have a wholeness, a safety, a internal and external honoring of your basic needs. And those basic needs should never be positioned to you as a threat to somebody else's sense of worth. I have people who have processed trauma from abusive relationships where this is something we end up really unpacking and validating the way that their needs for sleep, for rest, became forbidden and or just slowly chiseled away in these seemingly subtle manners to begin with, where we just thought, oh yes, this person is presenting an important conversation that requires a lot of emotional presence to it at right when I sit down in my PJs and I'm cozy and I'm looking forward to going to bed at the end of the day, right? Yes, of course I'll stay awake there. Emotions are important to me, and that's fine. That'll be the priority. And then you realize over time, interesting, it seems to be that somatically, I'm starting to have an aversive reaction to bedtime. I am starting to feel anxious, uncomfortable, and having this anticipatory nervous system activation because it very clearly becomes patterned behavior. And in a narcissistic dynamic or energy, there is tactic and abuse happening when this person is bringing up these conversations at that time. is saying when you sleep, it feels like you're thinking sleep's more important than me. When you're trying to take a nap, suddenly that's the time that a hammering needs to be done. And why does this happen? So many different reasons I feel like we could say, but one of the ways in which this affects somebody is your ability to recognize what is happening to you, stand inside of your power and wholeness, and defend yourself is grossly compromised when you're sleep deprived, right? Yes. And I've seen so many times where this is happening, particularly to women in dynamics of their motherhood. They've had a child, they're the primary caregiver, they're exhausted in taking care of these babies, and then we need sleep. Now our sleep is being targeted in a tactical manner as this person that feels threatened and lacks empathy is engaging in a very conditional, controlling, power over manner to establish their role in the family as their sense of priority in your world seems to be compromised because we're now viewing your motherhood of the children as competing with my desire for you to be providing me with the attention that I want and giving me what it is that I want from you. Clearly, there is zero interest if somebody is willing to target your basic needs like that in nurturing or considering your needs, wants, desires, or just your humanity in general when that's the way you're being treated. And so often, what I hear from people that I'm working with as we're processing all of these things and we're moving through these stages of recognizing what has happened to them, what is happening to them. The question seems to indefinitely come up of, is this behavior that is impacting me coming from malignant intentionality or ignorance and a naive, socially unaware, they were never taught to be considerate, and so they can learn and adjust type of place. Over and over and over, I see my clients arrive at this question. Yes. And where we go with this is, one, most of the time, this is coming up in therapy in our sessions because the pattern is so egregious and patterned and so patterned. And so these people have said to the partner, hey, I'm noticing this. Hey, here's my need. Hey, can you please this? Can you make these adjustments? I'm not feeling well loved here. This is what I need. You've already said that. And how many times have you asked for that and said that? Yes? 5 times. So is this still ignorance? Is this coming from a place of they just don't know any better, or a naive positioning? I don't think so. This is blatant disregard of your stated needs. So if it started off that way, if it started off coming from a place of ignorance and not knowing better about how to be an empathic, considering, respectful, just human being, right? Because these are the things that you would want from somebody who is just a friend to you. Certainly, there are things that you want and deserve in somebody who's supposed to be partnering with you, right? And regardless of if we truly knew for sure that this is coming from a place of this person being ignorant or naive, yet you have asked 10 times for this behavior to change so that you can feel safe, loved, respected in your own home and in this relationship, and it is not changing. Or if we said, yes, you know what, there's some way that you could know for sure that this is coming from a very calculated, intentional, manipulative, malignant place. Does that information change how it is affecting you? Does it change your truth? Does it change anything about what belongs to you? What is yours to own as your worth, your truth, what you deserve? And so, should that truly be information that you need to know in order to know how empowered to be, in order to know what steps you're going to take, what direction you're going to choose, what kind of changes you're going to make in your life in order to align yourself with the peace, the safety, the love, the respect that you deserve. In that way, what you need to know is, how are you being treated? Is it what you deserve or not? Right? The reasons, there's no good reasons. There's no good reasons for you to be treated in a way where you're being denied things that are just like basic human rights and respect and consideration. I would say to that, I'm thinking of like if my daughter were I feel this way about my clients as well. And I have that energy that I bring forward to them. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's not going to make a difference for us in regard to what we know and what we do with that. Whether this person comes forward and says, I really just think I need some more education about how to treat you correctly because I never learned that and I'm just very ignorant to it. You're not here. You're not here to sacrifice yourself for somebody else to stumble through that. There's a difference between an open communication where we're learning each other and learning, how is it that you feel well loved? How is it that I feel well loved?